Cooper, Archbishop Wood, you know him as a 2015 commit to Penn State. Looks like he's going to be in the footsteps of Mike Mowdy or one of those guys, right?
I would hope so. That's a great compliment.
And this place is fabulous, Jake. There's the championship banner. But why don't you give us a little tour of this grease pit? Look at this thing.
This is where it all started. You know, back in 8th grade when I was coming in as a freshman, you know, I spent most of my hours here. You know, we actually just changed everything around a little bit. It didn't always look
sweetened up the place, right?
Yeah, cleaned up a little bit.
This is Spartan, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys like it this way, probably, right?
You know, we get the music blasting in here. It's a great environment to be in and lift in. You get all pumped up. And the back room over here, the clean station. This is where guys get all pumped up in here. You know, you got a lot of heavyweight flying around.
A lot of screaming going on in here.
Without a doubt.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's a dungeon in here. So
it's a dump, but it's your dump.
Hell yeah.
Steve Devlin on the left, head coach Archbishop Wood. Now, Jake made a decision here on Penn State that could have gone a lot of ways. Smart kid, could have gone to Duke, Vanderbilt, Northwestern. Did you have any input, or did you stay out of it, where he was going to go? Because he had a lot of options.
Yeah, ultimately, it was his decision. You know, I just helped him with questions along the way, and I thought it was a great fit for him, and you know, they did a good job recruiting him, and they were honest about everything, and I think Coach Frank was doing good things up there, and ultimately, I think that's where Jake wanted to go.
And it is linebacker you. Now, you were telling me, it sounded like it was in your heart from the get-go, that that's where you wanted to go.
Oh, without question. You know, ever since Penn State started recruiting me, I was high on them. I had to weigh my options, of course, but ultimately I knew where I wanted to end up, and I couldn't be happier with my decision.
Why did they have your heart? It sounds like that was that way for years, right?
Yeah, that's, you know, just growing up, being a linebacker my whole life, you know, you have the whole goal of linebacker. You playing football in Pennsylvania, you want to end up playing for Penn State.
Or Notre Dame.
Or Notre Dame, that's true. But yeah, and my neighbors all, you know, being that Mr. Manka kicked for Penn State.
Massimo Manka?
Yes, sir.
How many doors down?
2.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so he had a heavy input. But yeah, just being in that environment and growing up playing football, being a linebacker, it all, you know, clicked. So.
All right, Ryan Bates on your right, Jake Cooper on your left. These are Penn State recruits coming in. Ryan, we've talked to Jake about his love of Penn State, practically grew into a Penn State recruit naturally. You not so much. Why?
Why? I mean, like I said before, growing up, I didn't really have a favorite college or anything. Like, whatever was on the TV, I watched.
You're kind of the stereotypical Philly guy who cares more about pro sports.
Kind of, yeah. I'm a big Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Big Eagles fan. Me and my dad, we're always see when the schedule is for the Eagles, and we're always there watching the game.
Yeah. So what happened then when you become a sophomore or a junior? You really got to make a decision, and it's a different kind of decision than someone like Jake, right?
Exactly. He grew up watching Penn State. He grew up a huge Penn State fan. Me, not so much. I really didn't have a favorite college at the time. Going in sophomore, junior year, I still didn't really have a favorite college to watch. Or I always watched the SEC schools of the Big Ten, Big Five, ACC, Big Ten, SEC, etc. I always watched the big schools that were on TV. And I always watched their games, whether it was basketball or football. Not so much of a baseball fan, but whatever's on TV, I really watched.
And did the fact that they need some help on the offensive line have anything to do with it or not?
I think, yeah, it had a lot to do with it. I know the offensive line, of course, struggled for the past year or so, a couple years, and this year they're also struggling. So I felt like it would be a good fit for me. See what the Coach Hand, Coach Franco, what they could do with me to develop me, and what position they want. Of course, they want me to be center. I think Coach Hand, what he could do, he could work with me and maybe be a good center.
Okay. Now, finally, both of you guys all ended up in the same place. Was this destined to happen because you're buddies or not?
I think so.
A little bit, yeah.
I think it's all, you know, meant to be. You know, God has a plan for everybody.
Exactly.
And I couldn't be more excited to be at the school with this guy. He's, you know, someone that I've come to like very much. You know, he's my brother. I've grown 4 years with him, and I'm excited to take on college with him.
All right, looking forward to
Probably
seeing you guys on the field too.
Thanks,
guys.
much.
Thank you.